Hey, yo, yo.
Back hero.
Yo, check it. This my special attack, 100 swords, 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Who got next? Place your change on the cabinet. Air Combo University graduates juggle my enemies before tagging in the Masters hero. Pros in action, toe tagging champions getting active. The message will always get near you. Return to the dream team, Spider-Man and Strider hear you. When the mask is on, I can't promise Cyclops to keep his glasses on. The handshake was potent. The inner glow shown as a mega optic blast, trailing behind the Shinku Hadouken. How you gonna dodge both of them? Blast you down to the last atom. Best regards from the proton cannon you couldn't fathom. If you were raised on gaming and put a controller up, I'm old enough to study the meta before I bless you. We understood space in the dash clean. Now we need the Justin Wong poster right next to the pro athletes. Final justice like a primary lotus from out the sky. Stars and stripes reminding you racism is still alive. Bring a plasma sword to a gunfight. Hayato, bring a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Sentakyu. One time for all my otakus who played the console till their eyes closing. Probably forgot to study for their finals. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash.
Boom.
Best theme song ever.
Of all time. All right.
Boom. Yo, what's going on, man? Episode 106.
Episode Matthew Stafford, dog. The
Right.
fuck?
Episode Matthew Detroit Rams Eminem Stafford.
Yeah, man. So yeah, bro. Well, we'll get to that in a second.
We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, man. It's I mean, episode 106. Last episode was awesome. I loved it. I loved the we did the definitive top 10 anime list. We're gonna do some more of that. Maybe next week we'll get another one. Get a bunch of people to
good idea.
Send us their list. And look, man, if you want the Discord link, just like comment on the YouTube or write me a message or something on social media. I'll get you the Discord link so you can join that community. It's very dope. Also, man, we did the fantasy league, the fantasy football league in the Discord. I won. So I just got my Vikings. I just got my Vikings jersey with Noveliss on the back.
It's fire.
So shout out to y'all for making good on your word for my winnings.
Shout out to Edmund with the sneaky victory over me in fantasy basketball last week. I'm not quite sure how he pulled that off.
Now that you said that, I don't like that we had a close game and you beat me and just said nothing. Because it makes me it's like worse because it makes me feel like it's like, I mean, yeah, I was supposed to win.
Nah.
What you mean?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'm not acknowledging you.
I didn't want to be a motherfucking asshole. I didn't want to be a son of a gun. But I did win, and it was close. I came from behind.
Your team is really good.
My team either are sink or swim, dog. If my team is hurt or if anybody is hurt, like everybody gets hurt at the same time.
But you know what I do like? That we have so many IR spots. I have 10 players in IR right now. It's really bad.
It's the problem though, and I'm learning this now, is that it takes a lot. It's like I'm in two other leagues, and I've set my lineup in 30 seconds with them. It'd be taking me 15 minutes to set my lineup with this.
Yeah,
because there's just so many people.
There's so many,
and
people.
almost every day you gotta do research to see because you're not gonna be able to play everybody. Mm-hmm. So who been playing sweet? Who the day-to-day shit drives me crazy because it's are you hurt? Are you gonna fucking play or not?
Bro, and they just don't say anything.
They don't be saying nothing until 6:59.
Bro,
and tip off is at 7:00.
And then you got cats that just randomly just don't suit up.
Right.
Happens to me all the time. Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, bro, what are you into currently, man, right now?
A lot, most of which I'll talk about later, but I watched the first episode of the Shinmu show.
Let's go.
Dog, that shit is really fucking good, man. Okay, So off top, the one thing I didn't say this because I don't want to activate bad energy out into the universe. When I saw the trailer, I loved everything I saw, but I did worry that because sometimes in like pre-production when it's not quite done yet, they don't quite put the final shine on the fight scenes, and I was like, the frames are kind of sticky a little bit. They're kind of not stick figure, but they're like really dropping a lot of frames, and it's just like not super clean. I didn't say nothing. I was like, all right, I'm obviously gonna still watch this. Yeah, they polished that shit.
Man, I can't wait. I gotta check it out.
They polished it.
It's what, 2 episodes already now?
Yep. Word. They polished it, and the fight scenes are. I mean, and it's so legit, bro. It's legit from 2 fronts. One, because Shinmu is legit, and it is like real karate. Like the martial art that I studied the most was karate, followed by capoeira. But karate, I trained from age 5 till I was like 17. So I'm like very familiar with the art of karate do. And it's legit. Like all the forms, all the stances, all the techniques, super legit in Shinmu, and they translated perfectly into the anime. Like literally Ryo's fighting stance is identical to how it is in the game. The moves that I could like name the moves that he was doing on the show. And it's like, there's a lot of story in Shinmu, but there was like 4 fight scenes in his first episodes. They weren't all super long, but it's again, you would like it because it's grounded. It's like,
it sounds like
hands.
my kind of show.
And like it's not animated like Baki, but you know how Baki, they don't do a lot of like tech necessarily. They like set up an exchange, and then somebody gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's how this is, right? Like you're not gonna see a bunch of like super fast like taijutsu hands. You're gonna see like, all right, I'm set up. I know what he's going for. He strikes like with like the crazy like wind animations, and he misses, and then he like, and then you counter with like a step through like reverse punch, and you see like the like energy and like wind force go from like behind him, and he gets knocked out the fucking door. I was like, yo, that shit is. I was very, very impressed. Is it like the absolute best fight scenes I've ever seen? Like, of course not, but it's more than acceptable. It's very, very good. The other reason why I thought it was fantastic, and this had me like with the crying salute, bro. It is a frame for frame recreation of
the game,
the world of the game.
Okay.
Not every single scene, although they're definitely following the plot from the first game. Like, right. Absolutely. Although they're kind of doing some stuff from the second game like separately, and then kind of doing them at the same time. But like for sure, the first episode was like the first 2 or 3 hours of the first game. So I'm obviously, I already know what's gonna happen with the plot, so that's like not but like the dojo, the Hazuki dojo that you live in is like identical to the game. They even got the cherry tree. They got like the Zen garden, the pond, the koi pond. Even the fucking restaurants, bro. They went to a ramen shop in the first episode, and it's Aji Ichi Ramen Shop, which is the same one that's in the fucking game. And the music it's not exactly the same, but it's like you could tell that they're like recreating the score. I was like, bro, this shit about to hit me in the fucking feels, bro. It is
baby.
Fantastic, dog. I'm very, very impressed with the first episode, so I'm excited to continue it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out ASAP. I've been into Earthbound, man. Let's go. So
amazing
we're
music.
gonna talk about this a little later, but I mean the main thing, Nintendo came out of nowhere, said they were gonna do a direct. If you guys not familiar, like Nintendo will do a Nintendo Direct where they just kind of do a like a little. It's not. Didn't they used to do them like live with like people?
Yeah, before COVID they did.
But now they just do. It's just like a little.
It's like a video, basically.
Like a little video presentation of things they got coming up and stuff like that. Well, I'll talk more about it. But anyway, the main thing that I took away from it was Earthbound, man. Like this is so. If you're not familiar, right? So basically, the day this was last what, like
Thursday, I think.
last Thursday or something. I got on the Twitter and I saw Mother 3 trending, and I said no way. So I clicked it because like the whole thing is the creator of Earthbound. He just doesn't ever acknowledge it, right? And
Isn't one of the creators also dead?
I think so, yeah. So I saw Mother 3 trending, and I was like, yo, what? I get on there, I look some things up. I see Nintendo's doing a Nintendo Direct, and he had like tweeted something, or he like retweeted something about the game. So people were like, so then you know how the internet is, word of mouth, and then everybody started kind of speculating that Mother 3 was going to be dropping on the Switch, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? So I was super excited about it. But anyway,
so hold on, before we move off of that, this actually came up in the Discord. So
okay,
to be clear, Mother 3 is not a new game. It exists. It's just hard as fuck to find.
yeah, and if you,
It's the one that Lucas is from.
so yeah, so basically like it's kind of confusing because technically, it is almost impossible to find these games and play them. Like I have a Game Boy Advance like ROM hack of Mother 1 and Mother 2, which is Mother 1 is Earthbound.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Mother 2 is
Or
Earthbound.
Mother 2. Sorry, Mother 2 is Earthbound.
Mother 1. I don't think that ever officially came out.
Mother 1, yeah,
it was for Nintendo.
None of these games, and then it's like, and then the Mother 2 is Earthbound, but it's like a ROM hack. So like, there's never really an official like English translation. It was like fan translation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and then later, but this is like in 1994,
I think.
Something.
Yeah.
They came out with Earthbound, which was a port of Mother 2 in America.
Yep.
And it was for
on
Super Nintendo. Yeah. I actually never had a Super Nintendo. It was always Edmund, but I played it for the first time in high school on an emulator.
I played it on an emulator in high school, played it in college. And it's just it's been a while, right? And then like, of course, when we were younger and we played Smash, and I played with Ness on Smash, I was always wondering what game he's from.
Yep,
and then
same.
They were supposed to make a Earthbound for Nintendo 64.
So that's what I was gonna bring up.
Okay.
The one for me, because if you want to get Mother 3, you can get there's like, well, okay, that's actually not true. It is a big deal because I don't think there's ever been an official Nintendo translation in English of Mother 3.
Yeah,
I don't think that's happened.
I don't think so either.
But if you, there's all kind of like super legit like fan translations, whatever. So that's still a big deal. But the game that was canceled, that was about to blow everybody away, was Earthbound 64.
Yeah,
that's the one that I keep hoping that they're gonna resurrect. And it was like close to done. I don't know if it was close to done, but it was like not just an idea. They were working on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I think there's like game footage somewhere out there.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah.
So yeah, because that's one of the reasons why they had Ness on Smash, is because he would have been.
He was supposed to be having a game come out.
Right.
And Ness my favorite character on Smash, and it's just it's very hard to play Earthbound. Like it's not easy to find. It's the Super Nintendo copy is probably like thousands of dollars. So I mean, long story short, at Nintendo Direct, they announced that they're gonna drop Earthbound on the Switch, man, and it's gonna be a free download. Oh my goodness, is that it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They had a whole trailer out, bro. And that was going to originally be Mother 3.
Mother 3 on the 64. Wow.
This shit was like, I feel like I heard it was pretty close to done.
That's wild.
And
I wonder what happened.
I don't know. Because, I think this game is a cult classic, bro. Like I don't know how well Earthbound did at first when it first came here. Because it's super weird. It's like.
It's a very weird.
It's not for
not for everybody.
I think it's for everybody if you give it a chance, but it's fucking weird. It is super weird.
Very weird. But Anyway, man, like so they drop Earthbound on the Switch, and they say they're gonna do it that night, right? So I literally stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. I check the Switch. I check the online
Dog, I'm mad as hell just looking at this
gaming
shit.
place on the Switch, and it's in there, man. I was like, what? So I downloaded it, and I've been playing Earthbound nonstop since last Thursday. I love that game. It's just a classic JRPG, man. Like the story is awesome. Like I can't believe that they have never made a like shonen anime of the Earthbound story because it's like tailor made for
Yep.
a good anime.
You
Like,
got your whole gang,
bro. You got your crew.
squad.
You got your crazy story and like just wacky villains. You know what I'm saying? And characters. It would be such a good anime. But yeah, man, I've been playing Earthbound. I love that game so much, and it's just dope playing it on the Switch. You know what I mean? Like on a big screen, and it's very, very satisfying. So that's what I've been into, man. I've been playing Earthbound, and now you got me looking at this Mother 3 N64 trailer, and it's like, man, what could have been? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna read up on it more, but basically the reason why so you talked about why the the owner or the creator is like off it. Apparently, like people working on the game are like, there's no mystery behind Mother 3 because Earthbound 64 was going to be Mother 3. After they canceled it, they basically redid. They did it. They did Mother 3. But they just made it the GameCube version or the Nintendo
version,
or the Game Boy Advance version.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I have. I have the
right.
Mother 1 and Mother 2.
Well, no, the one with Lucas.
Yeah, that's Mother
3.
Are you sure? Because
Mother 1 had Nintendo, and it was like it was from NES.
Okay.
Mother 2 / Earthbound was NES.
And then Mother 3 is Lucas.
It's Lucas,
okay.
yeah.
No, you're
but
right.
But
and Mother 3 was the red cartridge.
I don't know. I never had it.
I think it was red.
But like, so basically, the game that turned into Mother 3 is the general plot of what Earthbound 64 was going to be. Except it was going to be NES instead of Lucas, and it would have taken place. This sounds dope, bro. It says it would have taken place over the course of 10 years, so he would have like grown up.
Oh my.
That would have been so fire, dog. Imagine a 20-year-old Ness out here.
It has it has such a like Stranger Things vibe.
Totally,
like, bro,
dog.
They should have did,
bro. I remember when Stranger Things first came out. One of the first weird thoughts that I had in my head was like, this shit kind of reminds me of Earthbound.
Yes.
Did we talk about that?
We did,
dog.
Because it does. It reminds me of Earthbound, like really bad. Like, you know what I mean? And and it's like. I almost want to know if because in Earthbound you have to free Paula Ness. You gotta get Paula out of, she's like locked up somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like just like 11 from and she's got the powers, remember, and she was having the visions of Ness and come on, man. I think they might have jacked some of the Earthbound story for Stranger Things.
Sure.
But yeah, Earthbound's fire, man. Love it. I'm playing it a lot right now, and it's just very, very nostalgic. All right, I just checked on eBay. We got a Super Nintendo copy of Earthbound with the box for only a one-time short fee of it's on sale. It's 20% off. $2,799.
Not gonna be able to do it. No. I bet you the value of that just plummeted though. Now that it's out on.
Now that it's out on.
That's probably why they put it on sale.
20% off. It's
right.
only $3,000 now. But yeah, man, Earthbound. Shout out to Earthbound. Extremely happy that I can finally play it again. It's been awesome.
Dog, I got such a backlog of games. Unfortunately I'm gonna have to. Earthbound is like 2 games back.
Well, see, and that's what happened to me. Is like Earthbound came and it knocked away me. It just completely knocked me off of Arceus. Like I haven't even finished that.
I just finished it.
I'm close to it, but I didn't finish it. And then it also knocked me off another square of starting to play Seafood. and now that you've talked me kind of off that ledge a little bit. Now
it ain't. I know you pretty well, bro. I don't think you would enjoy it.
Right.
Because I know how much you want to be able to do the sweet shit as not only a martial artist, but like a martial artist who practices Wing Chun, which is the art form that they use. It's just gonna frustrate the shit out you, bro. I already know.
I just, I'm not gonna play games that I'm not having fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Not gonna be able to do it.
But and then like Horizon Forbidden West is coming out.
Comes out on Friday,
and that's gonna knock me back again. So it's like
I'm speeding through Horizon Zero Dawn right now. Like it's on
So
pause right now, dog. And I'm on like my third playthrough on New Games Plus, so like I'm not doing any of the side missions.
That's what I did when the Ghost expansion came out.
Yeah.
Like I was in the process of beating it for the third time, just so I could go straight into it off of beating the game.
And dog, Horizon's been getting amazing reviews, bro. Apparently it's like phenomenal. Can't wait. It's my shit. Game sweet as fuck, bro.
Video games, man. Play video games.
Yep.
If you don't, it's fun. All right, man. Some quick sports talk here. The bowl of super.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Ain't no Detroit Rams shit, bro. This is just the LA Rams, dog. I'm a Matthew Stafford fan.
Oh man. So I mean, I know this is a big sports moment for you, man. I'm happy for you. Technically, the Vikings just hired Kevin O'Connell, the Rams offensive coordinator, as the next head coach. So technically, I won the Super Bowl too. No.
It's not quite how that works, but Look, man, I'm gonna just take y'all through my experience watching this game. So the first half, I'm cruising, bro. I'm talking shit. I'm yelling
I'm gonna read this text that you sent me.
Go ahead.
Let me find it because, bro, you are killing me with this crying salute. So I text Hero and I say, I've been leaving you alone because I know this is a big time sports moment for you, but Stafford makes some ballsy throws, man. Whatever happens. This man is still great. This dude, a couple words later, takes me back and says,
hold on. So it took me like hours to respond because I literally turned off my phone. So that's the context that you need, and then go ahead.
And this dude says, I turned my phone off because I was throwing up, crying, and pooping my pants through the whole game.
Dog, right, dog. I was going through it, bro. I was going through it. The first half, all good, man. So I put a note here to talk about this. So I love that's my favorite, probably my favorite football player ever, like him and Calvin Johnson, maybe. But dog, there was one particular play at the end of the first half where he was already throwing dimes, already had two touchdowns, one to Odell Beckham, threw a dime to Cooper Kupp, and it complete control of the game. They come down to score a touchdown, and then so there's one play where Stafford gets a ton of time, and the play breaks down, and he does this thing that I recognize as a Detroit Lions fan. He does this thing where he gets these big like fucking Mega Man eyes, and you can see him through his helmet.
He does look. He
looks like Mega Man. He looks like Mega Man, and especially with the blue helmet. So he gets these big giant eyes, and he starts going like this. And I was like, okay, so I've seen this before. This means only one of two things. He's either about to throw a rocket ship fucking touchdown or he's going to throw a pick. One or the other. There's no in between, dog. Once he start pointing and it ain't, and Megatron is not down there.
It's not an incomplete pass.
It's either going to be a miracle play, a miracle catch, or it's going to be a pick. And wouldn't you know it, my boy threw a pick. But it's all good, though. He threw it in the end zone. It's basically like a punt. All good.
And also, I was a little disappointed at who was that, Van Jefferson?
He was trash that game.
I was just disappointed at his effort on that because like that's what you want. You want your quarterback to give you a
jump
shot.
Ball.
You have one-on-one. I mean, he underthrew it a little bit, but at that point you have to. And I mean, it didn't matter. It was like a punt. So,
right.
But I mean, it's a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of.
So look, man, let me just get my shit off right quick, bro. I've been talking this Matthew Stafford shit since like last year. I'm a Detroit Lions fan because I'm a homer. I love my sports teams. But I'm very critical of that organization. And the Lions just got to take that. They just got to hold this L. Like, here's your proof.
Right.
That was a Super Bowl franchise Hall of Fame quarterback. And y'all pooped the bed. Simple as that. That's it.
For 12 years.
For 12 years. I mean, the moment he leaves this city.
The one competent coach he had when he was in Detroit, y'all fired him after he made the playoffs.
3 out of 4 years, as a matter of fact. And one of those teams was actually really fucking good. They were like 11 and they were like one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yep.
You know what? Matthew Stafford looked like a fucking MVP.
Yep.
And then sure, like they lost in the playoffs. The refs picked up that flag. That was horrible. But if that flag if that flag stays down
against Dallas,
yeah, they win that game. Matthew Stafford's whole career changes after that. Doesn't matter after that. He gets his playoff win. It's all good.
I think more importantly, they don't fire his coach.
Exactly. So look, man. Here's the thing. People keep moving.
Sidebar. You know the Vikings called Jim Caldwell and he just said no. He wouldn't even come in for an interview. No.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Not gonna be able to do it.
They keep moving the goalposts
back.
Like,
no.
Every time we have this conversation about Matthew Stafford, there's some losers here still in the city. Like, he not. Check this out. He's not one of those do it by himself kind of guys. And my response to that is, who the fuck does that? Like, literally, who is that guy? Is it Tom Brady, who had a dog squad last year?
Has awesome players on his team.
And who played
in a great defense and one of the greatest head coaches of all time,
right? Like, who always had weapons.
Go ahead, name another sweet quarterback.
Who is it? Aaron Rodgers?
Nope, Devontae Adams. Name another sweet quarterback.
And I love Pat Mahomes, but
Tyreek Hill.
I mean, dog, like who is it that is the one guy?
Great, amazing, creative offensive coach.
Right. Maybe
Travis
the best
Kelce,
offensive.
Maybe the greatest tight end of all time.
Dog. Right. So like, who
Go
is
ahead,
the person?
Name another one.
I don't know. Let's try. How about this? Let's try Josh Allen.
Oh, Stephon. Tons of weapons on that team. Stephon Diggs. Dude, Gabriel Davis just turned out to be a monster.
Right.
Come on, guys. Like, none of these quarterbacks are doing this.
So the criticism is he's not.
They just got to move, like you said, move in the
goalpost every time. The criticism is why can't he's not the kind of person that just does it by himself. He can't just make the team good by himself. Like, literally, no quarterback has done that. Maybe Dan Marino, and they never won a Super Bowl. I don't know what kind of teams he had, but I know they went like 16-0, right? So I'm sure his teams were good.
I mean, I just don't understand that because, yes, like, you do need a sweet quarterback to get to that next level, and yes, like, these dudes do put the team on their back and they make plays, but like no quarterback has gotten that far with nothing.
I don't care how sweet your quarterback is. Ain't nobody winning nothing if I'm your wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, not gonna be able to do it. So peep game. That's the expectation. That's what people keep saying. He's not the kind of, he's not a do-it-yourself kind of guy. He's not gonna make a trash team great. Like, literally nobody does that. So why are we having Matthew Stafford? Why are we having the goalpost or the standard be that for him? But you know what? You know who does do that? You know who did do that? Matthew Stafford in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
Guess what? No running game.
Nope.
No Odell Beckham.
Nope. No Tyler Higbee.
No Tyler Higbee. My high school gym teacher was their fucking other cornerback, Ben Skoranek or whatever. It was him and Coop.
Probably broke his ankle.
Right. And he was fucking hurt.
Fourth quarter comeback.
For the third time in a row. He vanquished he assassinated Tom Brady.
Dead.
He vanquished Kyler Murray and got his whole career in jeopardy, and I kind of feel sorry for him. That's Matthew Stafford's fault because they popped them niggas.
Matt Stafford is on he's immortal now.
Right.
He definitely left some bodies in his.
And then he came back from again after assassinating Tom Brady. He came back from behind, vanquished the Niners defense, and for the third time in a row, put to bed the the young hotshot upstart great white hope quarterback, tucked him in his sleeping bag, and said, "Not yet, bro. Not your time yet.
Not your time yet."
With no weapons, with while he was hurt, with his defense, with finally having a defense that kept him in the game, he fucking did a third come from behind victory to win the NFL Super fucking Bowl, dog.
Matt Stafford's better than Aaron Rodgers. All right.
Bro, he has the same amount. I mean, sure.
How many Super Bowls Matt Stafford got?
1.
How many Super Bowls Aaron Rodgers got?
1.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford, I actually read somewhere that Matthew Stafford since 2000 and for over the last 10 years or 7 years or something has more Super Bowl wins and more playoff wins than Aaron Rodgers does.
How many times you seen Matt Stafford yell at one of his teammates on a incomplete pass?
Very rarely.
How many times you seen Aaron Rodgers yell at one of his teammates?
All the fucking time. Him and Tom Brady. So look, man, we're done with this. Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Period.
Boom.
Super Bowl winner. One of the dog. Did you see that no look pass he threw to fucking bro? The way that he broke that shit down, it wasn't just flexing. He's so sweet that he knew he had to look his receiver. I'm not just saying look him off. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look him off. No, he literally, hey, and threw it that way because that was the only way he was gonna have Cooper Kupp get open.
Yeah.
This is a all-time great throwing talent. This is a person who, if they played for a competent franchise, would have had multiple playoff victories.
Probably would have been in a bunch of NFC championship games.
Maybe would have had a Super Bowl by now. Maybe a 2-time, maybe a league MVP. This is one of the great football quarterback talents we've ever seen. And credit where credit is due. He had struggles in Detroit, and we now know that most of that, the vast majority of that, was not his fault. And even holding that against him, if you want to, he's still a Hall of Fame quarterback because of all those numbers he put up in spite of dragging that clown car of a franchise behind him. And every time that they blow their horn, that's just the sound that you hear, bro. Every time. Matthew Stafford, throw a touchdown. So again, here we are. Matthew Stafford, NFL champion, Super Bowl champion, Hall of Fame quarterback. I will no longer entertain any arguments. It's a wrap. Done.
It's over. It is over. You don't have to. Shout out to Matt Stafford, man. NBA trade deadline, man.
Why the fuck is Corey Joseph still on my ball club? Why the fuck is Jeremy Grant still on my ball club?
Still on the Pistons, man.
I'm so disappointed with that. The good news is we got Marvin Bagley. That's a nice low risk, high reward kind of. Yep. I'm gonna just say this real quick, dog. There's only one scenario where this works for the Pistons. First let me say this. You keep Jeremy Grant. It's bad for Sadiq Bey. It's bad for Cade Cunningham.
It's like the second he came back, and I think Jeremy Grant is good. He's not bad, but just the second it's like when he was out, it was Cade's team, and it was really fun. Their team's bad anyway, right? So it was very fun watching Cade, be the guy, and Sadiq be number 2, and it was fun. It was dope. And then as soon as Jeremy Grant came back, it's like ISO ball.
Yep.
It just becomes
long twos.
It just becomes
worst shot in basketball.
Oh man, I can't stand when my kids shoot long twos. But yeah, it became ISO ball again, and now it's almost like, and when that happens, not only does Cade, because this is what we talk about with him, right? If there's another guy that's gonna score, Cade he's such just like a laid back guy that he'll defer. He'll immediately become a facilitator and not think twice about it. And then when he's doing that really puts Killian into a position where he just has no identity on the team.
Yep.
He
been playing better.
So
I'm just when I thought I was out. Be back in. So I was just saying, dog, there's no real scenario except for one where this helps. You keep Grant and it interferes with the development of your two youngest best players, Sadiq and Cade. If you want to keep him the number, so that's the first. The second scenario is you keep him, you want to keep him as your number one guy. This team isn't going to be any good then. Jeremy Grant is a good player, but he's not good enough to be the number one on any competent team.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you want to, I mean, I'm always for the whole like expedite the future, man.
For
like,
sure.
You know what I mean?
Now, in this, I actually have a sinking feeling, slight feeling that this might have happened because he had conversations with Troy and they let him know you're going to stay. And I got every reason to believe that Troy wants to make this thing work. So it's possible that he talked to Jeremy Grant and was like, look, nigga, we going to keep you because you're a nice dude. I know you wanted to be here. I know you wanted to play with in a black city with a black coach, with a black GM. I'm with it. But these two young motherfuckers these two niggas are the main man.
Right.
If you want to stay here, because we ship your ass off to fucking Brooklyn in a heartbeat. But if you want to stay here, you're now the third banana.
Right.
Because the first game back, it was not good. But the last couple of games, Sadiq been warming up a little bit, and it feels like Grant maybe has taken a step back, maybe. And if that's true, I still don't love it because you could get some assets for Jeremy Grant, but I'm okay with it if that's what's going on. But we'll see.
All right, yeah, man. So, it was a couple trades. Obviously the one
we didn't even talk about
the one we're gonna highlight is James Harden again leaving a team and going somewhere else. I mean, is James Harden like the softest, I guess, like superstar of all time?
I mean, a lot of people think it's
in terms of just constantly, like, I guess wanting an easy situation everywhere he goes,
Look, dog, I can't. It was already starting to wear on me, but like just kind of saying, all right, I'm done. Like I'm quitting on this team with all the other sweet players,
right?
Just because it wasn't convenient. Like I don't know, that's whack. Like I don't like that. I'm a fan of James Harden's talent, but I don't know that I'm a fan of him as a person, as like a person, or like I don't even know if I'm a fan of him as a player. You know what I mean?
And that's how I feel too. And it's disappointing because he's a good player, but I mean and then it's like this is bleeding into his game, and it's making me just not like seeing him fish for all these corny fouls, and he's not getting the calls now, and he's just getting frustrated, and it's just kind of threw me off him too. So anyway, man, let's move on to some nerd stuff. We've been talking about sports for too long,
dog. For like 36 minutes, we've been talking sports.
All right, man. I know you got to get some taco meat off some taco meat off your chest because of this Doctor Strange trailer situation.
Did you actually watch it yet?
I did. I watched it today only because I was forced into watching it because we are no longer giving even 3 hours before we post things and screenshots and theories and what's that word I'm looking for? Spoilers.
And I didn't watch the trailer. I wasn't even like worried about what I know. I don't watch trailers. I watched the first one and that's it. Yeah. It didn't even cross my mind. I didn't even have to try to avoid it. But now it's gotten to the point. There's two problems. It's gotten to the point where like we've gotten spoiled and we just like social media will just fuck you over immediately. Just regular people talking about it.
Bro, and then it's like y'all posting screenshots too, man.
Yeah, bro.
Like, dang.
And so the next problem, and this is the one I think is worse, and we talked about this with No Way Home, right? Like No Way Home.
Yeah. The
way that they cover movies now, it's like you can't keep secrets anymore. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I heard some more research. I heard some more whatever that like apparently this had leaked already. And if you don't know by now, let me give us the spoiler. You don't know what we're talking about right now. It is very strong. I mean, it's not even implied. There's a direct reference. Not even a reference. You straight up see Charles Xavier. You see Patrick Stewart and hear his voice as Xavier, which is like a huge deal, right? The problem is that that's such a big reveal that it leaked a long time ago, and they wanted to get out in front of it by like just, hey, all right, nigga, y'all found out, here it is. But like, so I was talking to Edmund about this earlier. First of all, you got to do a good job of not letting shit leak, because the pop from the crowd, I would have fucking cried if I saw that shit. I would have fell to my knees and cried if I saw that.
Yeah,
live.
man. And again, here we go. This is the whole thing of like, now we can't have these like emotional reactions, because now it just becomes props. It just becomes us like, they did the thing we were expecting.
We were hoping.
They didn't let us
At
down.
least they didn't fuck us over type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's
Man.
like it's such a different reaction when they do that. It's not the same as if you're surprised.
So this just a real quick funny story. This reminded me of, you know, I talked about my reaction watching the Super Bowl, and like, so there are moments. Twitter is a horrible place, but there are moments where Twitter is fucking hilarious. Like, there are moments where like somebody says something really, really funny, and then the comment, like the synergy between the person and the comment just makes it hilarious, bro. When Cade Cunningham got hurt earlier this season, somebody on Twitter was like, I was at the game, and when Cade Cunningham got hurt, I started like crying and shit in my pants. And then the next comment was like, dude, that's weird. I just saw somebody start crying and shit in their pants. That shit had me cracking up. So I was just thinking, like, had I done this in a movie, somebody would have tweeted, just some random black dude that's like bawling his eyes out watching Doctor Strange. What the fuck is wrong with him? So I'm really disappointed that so two scenarios, right? One, don't let it slip. Two, just make an official like press release, like months in advance. Like, all right, we finally did it. The way they did it with Kang the Conqueror, where they straight up said, they had an IGN report that said Kang the Conqueror will make his MCU debut in whatever.
Right.
Cool. We all know that X-Men is coming. It wouldn't be a crazy surprise if they would, oh, look, we finally got the rights to the X-Men. They're going to make their debut in Multiverse of Madness, which is what I called like years ago, by the way.
But you don't have to put it in a trailer, man.
So, but you don't put it, because that's what I'm saying. You do one or the other. I'd rather they not do it at all. But if you're gonna have it come out ahead of time, just make it like just officially announce it. So when you see it in a trailer, then you get a pop. Like, oh, that's the thing that they said. Now what you're doing is you're like robbing yourself of your own pop, because you know if you put a single frame of this shit into the trailer, and they went beyond that, they put his voice in there. So it was obvious. There was no way anybody was gonna miss that. So it's not like, what are we saying about the X-Men? Are we saying that that like nobody gives a fuck and it's like not gonna be a big deal? Like, no, fuck that. Like, the X-Men that's like a lot of people, especially in our generation's, favorite team. But enough of the hating shit. The X-Men coming, bro. Holy shit. I just got done talking about this is kind of what I wanted. So go ahead.
So are we going to get like, is this going to be, like, what are you thinking? You think it's going to be same cast?
No.
Or are we going to do like...
Here's what they're probably going to do. And this might be why they think they can get away with this. They're probably going to do...
Like, what if it was like an Age of Apocalypse like timeline or something?
No, they're not going to... are you kidding me? Like, that would be the greatest thing ever. I don't think they're going to go that far. Here's what they're going to do. The multiverse has already been established. We know that X-Men is canon now. We know that the X-Men Fox universe is a multiverse that is now connected to the MCU.
To the MCU, yeah.
What they're probably going to do is have those characters as like a cameo, like that version of like the Fox version of like with Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart. They will have like a real short cameo because they're clearly doing the Illuminati, which is fucked up because T'Challa is a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what they're gonna do about that. So they're gonna have him in that scene, and then which like gives us the first little kickstart of the X-Men, and then what you'll probably get, depending on how this movie ends, is another universe where like new younger X-Men exist that will probably get merged into the MCU later. So they can
incursion or whatever.
Exactly, like what they did with Secret Wars. So you can get your new cast, you can get the younger actors to play these characters. I think that's probably the way that I would do it, because Patrick Stewart is like 85.
Yeah, he's super old.
And
I mean, like we need a fresh take on this.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. So that's what I think. Either way, it'll be cool. I'm excited. Like, we're doing it now. We're getting the fucking ball moving, which is what I've been asking for a long time.
So look, man, if you like X-Men, if you don't have any old X-Men comics from the 90s, you should honestly start getting some, because as a comic book collector and everything, like this is when prices of things,
classic one,
they start going. Once they start getting big, like movies and everything, and they start becoming popular in the films, like this is when the prices start going up, you know what I mean? So it's be a good time to start grabbing some X-Men stuff, man.
Yep.
But we're doing it. We're doing the stuff.
I'm excited. Those are my guys. You already know, God damn it.
All right, man, let's talk about this Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett finale, the Captain Kirk spinning gunshot.
The fucking behold, nigga. You remember Cyclops be doing that shit, nigga? Behold.
Yes, bro. Oh man. But yo, the Book of Boba Fett finale. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, bro. Shoot.
Because I absolutely loved it. I thought it was awesome. And you know, this show has been awesome. I've had, you know, the last couple episodes, the Book of Mandalorian, the Book of Luke Skywalker, the Book of Grogu, the Book of
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka Tano, the Book of just, you know, everybody, the Book of everybody that's not Boba Fett. But you know, I had my issues with those last two episodes, but I mean, this season finale was fire to me. I loved it. And I just wonder, like, I even think that, and like I was here for the episodes where we were kind of developing his character and getting those flashbacks, but like I just felt like his character was even better in this episode.
Well, keep in mind, we wouldn't have felt that way if we didn't do the first stuff. We had to do our homework first.
That's true.
And now we get to play at recess. Yeah. And this was recess, bro.
I mean, I thought this episode was really dope, man. It was really good. I mean, I was absolutely blown away when he was riding on the Rancor. I tweeted Hasbro and I said, yo, when y'all dropping the Boba Fett Rancor playset, I need it right now. But I thought it was dope, man. I loved the finale. It was dope. The whole Cad Bane and Boba Fett face off was awesome. I thought it was good, man. Good action. It was good pacing, good action. Like it was really good. I enjoyed it. What did you think of the finale?
Dog, that shit was great. I'm trying to find a picture of him when he did that like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure pose and like shot a nigga with a knee rocket and his legs are at the same time. Wow. He definitely he vogued to get into a pit.
Yeah, I was here for the little knee missiles.
The knee missiles, dog. No, bro, that was my favorite episode so far. It actually makes me hate the last two episodes because like
we could have been doing this.
Why weren't we doing this? Well, imagine if that battle would have lasted like two episodes.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, dog. those last two episodes were great. If this was just like, hey, the Star Wars show, just a potpourri of Star Wars, whatever, it would have been like, holy shit, this is some of the best stuff that we've seen because it answers a lot of questions. You get to see Grogu again, you get to see Luke, but it wasn't. It was the Book of Boba Fett, and we just went away from him for kind of no reason because none of that had any consequence. I mean, you could have done some of that stuff, but in much smaller degrees, right? Like. Yeah. You have the fight. You have the Darksaber scrap with the Vizsla ancestor.
Yeah.
You get a quick shot of him getting his new ship. You do a little bit of a montage of the trainings, or Mando landing on the new planet and giving Grogu the choice between the lightsaber and the armor. All those things were important, but literally all the rest of that shit, we didn't need that right now. We could have got that later. So like, I will say the only other thing that I was slightly disappointed about is that I couldn't really take the Pike seriously, and I kept hoping for there to be a bigger bad than that.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with
were
that.
we gonna get
like the Black Sun or Crimson
Black
Dawn
Sun, Crimson Dawn? Was Kira gonna show back up?
Yeah.
I kind of thought something like that was gonna happen, but whatever. Like, we could have did that instead. How much more would you have liked it if we broke those two, like the Mando, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka episodes into just one episode. And then we had a 5th episode that like went into the, hey, these Pike motherfuckers are actually like working with the Black Sun, and we get to like flesh out the bad guys more. And then we had the final showdown. That would have been, to me, way better. Or like flesh out some of the Mando. Because if you didn't know about like Rebels and Bad Batch, which I stopped watching, I had to do research on that. Yeah. And Clone Wars, you wouldn't have had no idea of the relationship between Boba Fett and Cad Bane.
Yeah.
So a recap about that, like maybe a flashback episode to flesh that out some more, and it just would have made my experience personally a lot better. But this last episode was just phenomenal, dog. Like the my favorite shot, and it was just like okay, you finally gave us what we wanted to see. Boba Fett and Mando like on some bro. There was one scene where Boba Fett was like, "All right, bro, this is what we about to do," and Mando's like, "All right, so we about to die then."
Yeah, he's like,
and it was like,
right.
basically, and then Boba Fett was like, "So are you sure about this?" And this nigga pulled out this strap and was like, "Hey, bro, this is the way, bro. This is the way." I was like, "Yo, this nigga Mando is a fucking goon, bro."
He is, man. It was really dope.
Here we go. Here go the knee rockets. Oh wait, no, it's not. Shit. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It was really dope. I really loved it. It was a great episode. I'm looking forward to see what else they do. We got Obi-Wan coming up. I'm excited for that. Star Wars, man. More Star Wars. Thought it was great. I think my favorite was definitely the the Rancor stuff, and also the Cad Bane face off.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was really dope.
Cad Bane is still. Did Cad Bane survive?
Ooh, I don't think so.
He
probably did.
There was a beeping thing that kept beeping, and it didn't stop.
And then
he looked like he was dead as hell.
That was the Marshal in the back.
It was, yeah, yep.
Okay.
With Thundercat randomly back doing experiments on people.
Yep.
Because he's in Star Wars now. Good bass player, bad actor, but great bass player.
Yeah, man. So that was dope. I liked it. Liked it a lot. It was fire. Quick wrestling recap, man. Keith Lee is AEW now. Switchblade Jay White is AEW now.
How you feel about that? Because I know that's not your guy necessarily.
Okay, so this is my take on Switchblade Jay White, man. I actually think that he is a great wrestler. The only reason I couldn't stand him is because of the way that he was booked in New Japan. Like,
is he straight up AEW now, or is he still?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know. I can't really, unless his contract was up, I can't really imagine him because he's a big part of what New Japan was doing. But I just couldn't stand the way Ghetto was booking him, man. Like, every match he did, bro, was interference and shenanigans, and it's like, I don't watch New Japan for that. Like, I never wanted that in my New Japan wrestling, and it was just like, bro, every match, like, his matches were literally unwatchable for me because it was just constant interference, and it drove me nuts because he's good. Like, he can go in the ring. So, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Keith Lee is AEW now. I'm excited to see what they do with him. I do get a little worried, man. AEW has got a ridiculously talented roster, bro. Yep. It is super deep. And there's already guys that we're starting to not see. Like we haven't seen Miro in forever. Andrade hasn't done anything.
I think Miro was hurt.
Okay.
I think he's back now. He's about to come back, I think.
Okay, Andrade hasn't done anything in a minute. Like it's been a minute since we've seen Darby Allin. He just popped back up. But it's been a minute since we've seen him.
Well, hold on though. Keep in mind, this is kind of what we wanted.
And I mean, no, you're right. You're right. Like you don't have to. And this is, I will say that this is the one thing that makes me feel okay about it, is that they're not constantly putting the same guys in your face all the time. Like, you know what I mean? So they are doing good with that and keeping guys fresh and things like that. Like, and that's part of I think that's part of what will make this work. Like, you don't have to get mad that you're not on TV every single week. Like, it's okay, man. Like you're about to, your time will be like, in a couple months, like you'll be the guy, you'll have a program on there. And you don't have to be on there every week. But then it's like, I do like that. But then sometimes I just think they got so much, and there's so many really, really, really good wrestlers there. And I mean, we'll see what they do. I'm kind of already burnt out on every Adam Page title defense being like a bloody, emotional death match.
Yeah.
But we'll see where that goes. I think he's doing good as champ. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, I want to know your opinion, because I think you have good things to say about this person who I'm not a fan of, but I do get where you're coming from. I want you to give some spill on Jade Cargill, man.
Oh, I gotta actually. I was nervous to tell you about this, but I have another take now. It's evolved.
Okay.
I think Jade Cargill is going to be a good wrestler.
Okay.
I think. I mean, the rate at which she's improving is impressive. Like, and I think she's so here. Okay, the thing that we talked about, the thing that I have trouble with. I know she's not a good wrestler. I get it, and I question the decision to push her so quickly. I get why they did it, because she looks amazing. She looks like primetime TV. Like, I mean, people say on Twitter all the time, like, she's the kind of person that will stop a casual fan, like, keep them from switching the channel and be like, oh, what's going on here, right? So I get it. I understand. I question it, though, because I get the value of, to your point, if you're not a good wrestler and you get exposed too early, you validate these critics to be like, oh, look, these black people can't wrestle.
Exactly, bro. And that's literally my biggest problem, because like you said, like, bro, Jade's a star, like, flat out. She's a star, but she needs work in the ring. And like I said, I just worry that they do this thing, they put the title on her, they put the TBS title on her so early. She's not a good wrestler, and then here you go. Here come all the corny, all the corny fans that just can't wait to criticize a female wrestler, a black wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get to be right, and I hate that.
So here's
we put the bell on her, didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like,
here's what I think. I agree with you.
They can't do it. See, look at them. They can't.
Here's what's changing. I was surprised. I was legit surprised to see this. I think she actually handled that really well. Like, I think the fact that she didn't really lean into it, but she kind of was like, man, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was like kind of the perfect way to do it. Cause that's like part of, like, that's kayfabe now. Like, oh, cause like the wrestlers are saying that she's green, and she's like, whatever, fuck that. So what I started to see on Twitter was that, like, people are like, oh wait, before that, what I was worried about when we would have conversations offline, I wouldn't be willing to go as far as you. Like, I'm not as for some Hotep reasons, obviously. I am not comfortable. Black women have to go through so much shit already, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not comfortable adding on to that.
And like the things that I'm saying right now, like, I would never get on like Twitter and
for sure
tweet about it.
Absolutely, for the same reasons. Black women have so much shit to deal with already, and we know that, like, Jade Cargill needs a lot of work. I don't feel comfortable adding to the pressure of, like, oh, I'm going to pile on her some more. I'm not about to do all that. I acknowledge the fact that she's not a great wrestler yet. Also, and this is not necessarily specific to just women wrestlers, but just in general, I hesitate putting the label of this person sucks on someone this early because like, and like in wrestling, like if you get that label, I don't care how sweet you get. Sometimes people
it's hard to shake, man.
People will never let you shake that if you start getting labeled as something. So I don't want to put that on her. And so what started to surprise me is that because I'm like invested in this a little bit. I don't particularly. I mean, no, I want her to succeed, right? So I look at what's going on Twitter, and like people are like, some of the crazy motherfuckers are like, yo, like she's actually like looking better. A lot better. Yeah. Like she's starting to turn her critics, which is like a thing that I didn't think was going to happen soon. I thought it was going to be hard for her to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think because like Luchasaurus has a little bit of this too. Like,
yeah,
I think that the part that is the most difficult, right, is like you got the look, you know what I mean? You got the gimmick, got this kind of the power moveset. It's like this. It's like the things that go on in between the spots. Like how do you get there?
How do you move in the ring?
And that's like the thing that. But I think, man, if she just cleans up like her little like the moments that lead to the spots and like some of the chain wrestling stuff, I think she'll be all right. Because like you said, I've been watching her matches because I do want her to do well, and I think that she is improving a little bit. So
she's getting better. I think that it would now. I'm now leaning towards the side of it would surprise me if she doesn't end up being a legit good wrestler. Yeah. Like I think that's more likely than her like just busting out altogether. Mm-hmm. The last thing I'll say about her is if you just think about it, right? Like that's the reason why I'm not really that worried about Luchasaurus. If that's the thing that she needs the most work on, like that's like an easy problem. That's like experience. That's all that is. If the problem is I'm good at all, I'm solid at all the wrestling moves. I just need to learn how to like not be a wooden Indian chief. Just go out there and practice. You'll be fine. Like it ain't. Yeah. I mean, it's like basketball, right? Like you can shoot, you can dribble. You just gotta like learn the plays. Mm-hmm. So she'll be all right. She'll be fine.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Quick wrestling recap. I'm also very excited about Santana and Ortiz.
Me too, dog. Fan of them. Fuck yeah.
I'm a big fan of them, so I'm excited to see them finally.
This is a little bit of a. I don't know if this is a prediction. It seems obvious, but it looks to me like LAX is getting back together.
Yeah, I would say so for sure. And honestly, man, like when Eddie Kingston first came to AEW, like this was what I thought they should have done.
Yeah,
because they. And credit where credit is due, they did kind of like hold it off to build it into this bigger thing because you could see them slowly like becoming irritated with being in a circle and everything. Like, but I thought when Eddie Kingston first showed up, like this was like the first thing that they should have went to with them.
I agree.
But you know, props for holding off.
Last wrestling question: what's your prediction for next champ? Mine has changed.
Oh, that's a good question. What is yours?
At first it was MJF, but I think it's now Adam Cole.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be next.
I can't stand Adam Cole.
Neither do I. I can't stand him either, but I think he's gonna be next.
And I also think that now that he's not in NXT and that he's here with all these like really good, you know what I'm saying?
He's about to get
like,
exposed. You think?
I don't, and it's not that he. I just think that he's so regular, man, and like him being here now, like really, you really see that. Like you didn't see that in NXT, like, and all the people would, you know what I'm saying, and all the fans would always say like, oh, he's the best wrestler in all of WWE and all this, and it's like
that's not like, okay,
true. Right now, but just I think now that he's around all these other really dope wrestlers, like it's kind of like you know, like Adam Cole, not even. I mean, bro, he's not even like top 8 in AEW.
Of all of the people in the elite, he's the weakest link, I think.
Yeah, I would say so too. And I mean,
and this includes when like Hangman Adam Page used to be.
He's not better than Hangman Page.
I don't agree. I fuck with that. You know, I didn't really like him at that first, but I like him a lot now.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
put on pants, bro. That's all you need to do.
Put some pants on, man. You know what I'm saying?
That made a big difference for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts, it did, because it just gave him a different look.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, like Kenny, like no. You know what I mean?
Neither of the I'm not the biggest Matt Jackson fan. Matt is the older one, right?
Yeah, but even if we're just talking singles,
yeah,
like,
no,
bro,
both of those guys
Kenny,
are better.
Better. Pac, no. Like Malachi Black, no. Orange Cassidy, no. You know what I mean?
Sammy Guevara,
hell no. Miro, no. Darby, no. Like, there's a lot of
Jungle Boy,
no. There's a lot of guys that I would put ahead of him. So
yeah, I agree. You know what? So I think I try to look at this from the perspective of like who is the most over, because that's still kind of how they do it in wrestling these days.
I think I'll just say this. I think AEW is always going to. So give me who you said you think that it's gonna be Cole. Who do you want it to be?
I want it to be okay. This is tactical. I want it to be Brian Danielson. I wanted to be Brian Danielson so we can get it out of the way, because he's gonna
happen.
It's gotta happen.
I mean, bro, his like run,
it's been fantastic,
unreal.
He's earned it. He's got to have a title run, but I kind of want the new guys to get a shot, so we got to get him out of the way first. And after that, I don't know. Oh, you might be coming around on MJF, but I think eventually MJF is going to be the first of the young dogs to have the title.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you think? Who do you think and who do you want?
I think that it will be. That's a good question, man. I actually think it's going to be Danielson.
I can see that for sure.
I think it's going to be Danielson. I want it to be. Oh man, you know what, bro? I want it to be like. See, that's a hard question, because the guys the guy that I want it to be, he's involved in some other stuff. So I know, like, I think Pac is he needs to be like I don't understand why they don't like push him more. He's crazy. And he's also
I don't know. I have no idea.
He's and the fans love him. I just think he would be a great champion.
He's gonna get a shot, bro.
Crazy person. I think he'd be a dope champ.
I agree.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be Danielson, man. But there's so many guys that I wouldn't mind getting it. There's so many good, and I'm just waiting for Kenny to come back, man. Like, you know who else I would really love, bro?
What's that?
Eddie Kingston, dog.
Oh, that would be so good.
I think Eddie Kingston really deserves a shot at being world champ. And I think, bruh, okay, give me Eddie as world champ and Santana and Ortiz as tag champs, and like a stable with all the belts. Oh man,
that'd be dope.
That would be so good. Hopefully we get that one day. But yeah, man, wrestling, boom. All right, man. One more thing I want to get into real quick. So we talked a little bit about Nintendo Direct. I'm gonna just kind of fly over it. Earthbound was obviously the biggest thing that came for it. I think a lot of us were expecting the new Zelda game to be some type of reveal. We watched it till the very end, and nope. But there's a new Kirby game coming out, open world Kirby game. Looks fire. As a Kirby fan, I do love Kirby. It has been a while since there was a legit Kirby game to come out. It's been a long time. Some of the other games, they've been like little mini game type games or like, stuff like that. So this is the first like real Kirby game that's come out in a while. So I think that's really dope. I'm going to play that for sure. But yeah, man. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards, they happened, and I'm just gonna read off some of the winners real quick for some of the bigger ones. Anime of the year was Attack on Titan. I'm not gonna argue with it. Attack on Titan's been very, very good, especially this last season. People just been raving about it. Best animation, no surprise, Demon Slayer, incredible. Like I said, this show's got the greatest animation I've ever seen in my life. Besides like the Fates animes. Those Fate anime
Calendar guns.
The calendar guns.
Yo, I want to get your take on something I saw on the internet. Okay. Apparently, there's a director in Japan, an anime director, who basically was like, "Look, y'all niggas got to start doing what's the group that does Demon Slayer's animation?
Ooh, it starts with I don't know. I'll look it up real quick. It's like you something.
Yeah, they're basically like y'all niggas need to start doing that, or y'all all going out of business." And some people were like that's great in theory, but like that shit's really expensive to do,
right?
And
but I don't necessarily agree with that because
I don't either.
Because I think that you watch your show, they have their styles, and I think that they work. UFO, yeah, Ufotable or something like that.
Ufotable, yeah.
But I wouldn't say that because, like, first of all, one of the cool things about anime is that all of the shows have a different style. So you know what I mean. You don't want to look at the same thing. Like, I love Demon Slayer, and I think it does have the greatest animation ever. But like, look at something old like Akira. Like, that old animation is just. Yeah, I would never replace that with anything. You know what I mean?
Even I was talking a lot of shit about the beginning of Rurouni Kenshin being kind of worse than I remember. Just the animation was worse, but like 20, 30 episodes in, even that is classic 90s anime.
It's classic, man. Like, I wouldn't change that, but that's also hilarious that somebody said that. Then they did the best boy character was Boji from Ranking of Kings, the little boy from Ranking of Kings.
Yeah,
people love that show, bro.
So I watched the first episode, and I'm curious as to why. Well, I think it's interesting because
it's very. I would say it's very heart. It's very heartwarming.
So look, I don't want to. I love my boy here, but I don't want to put you in the box. The reason why my reaction was after only watched the first episode, I was like, I wonder why Noveliss likes this show.
Right. It's just
because there's no combat yet.
He's just cute. Dog.
He's cute.
Like that's like that's what it is. He's just cute. Like it's sometimes like it's like I get a similar feeling watching Ranking of Kings that I do from watching like a Studio Ghibli movie.
Okay, I can totally see that. It's a really clever kind of Aesop's fables kind of story.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's good. But shout out to Boji. The best girl character was the girl from Jujutsu Kaisen, Nobara, what is it, Kugisaki, I think. I haven't seen a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, but man, people are so high on this show. I'm gonna have to maybe go back and watch it. But like you said, like sometimes I see, like for example, I'll just go down to like the best fight, the anime that won best fight. It was Jujutsu Kaisen. It was Yuji Itadori, and I don't know how to say his name. I think because I don't watch Aoi Todo. I think versus Hanami, and like I've seen clips of this fight and it looks absolutely incredible. Yeah. But then I'm like, do I really feel like sitting through the shonen like layout to get to that? You know what I mean?
Said this last week, man. That show's animation looks damn near almost on the same level as Demon Slayer, and it looks like some shit that would be really cool to watch. But I don't feel like doing the shonen thing all again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
how I feel about it, man. So
I don't care how sweet the fights are, bro. If I can predict every plot beat that's about to happen, and everything that I've heard about Jujutsu Kaisen is that it's good, but it is formulaic. Like straight up. They don't even try to hide it. It's like, all right, here we go. Here's that thing that we always do. Boom. Let's get a tournament of fucking whatever.
Yeah, bro. I feel you, man. I gotta be honest, I didn't see the fight, but I think I don't think, and obviously the fight that just happened in Demon Slayer wasn't eligible. But Rengoku versus Akaza from the Mugen Train, Demon Slayer, amazing. That would have been my pick for that. Best score, Demon Slayer. Always got good music. Demon Slayer's got a dope soundtrack. I agree with that. Best character designs, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Nonsense.
Bullshit. I think that's crazy because I think Demon Slayer's got, and I'm not just Demon Slayer, but like I just think that like the character. I think that Demon Slayer has got very dope character designs. Like the Hashira, the demons be looking sweet
Yeah.
on there. But I will say this, because I was thinking back to when we did our top 5 favorite shonen protagonists. And I love Demon Slayer, bro. Like that show, when we did our list, like it made it really high up on my list. But I think the reason why Tanjiro's not like one of my favorite main characters is because there's so many characters in the show that are like better than him, that I like way more than him. You know what I'm saying? But so Demon Slayer got the best soundtrack, and the best protagonist was some dude that I have never heard of, Odokawa from Odd Taxi. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know.
Never even heard of that.
Best antagonist was Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. This is one of the greatest developed characters of all time. Like flat out, to see somebody go from this might be the biggest heel turn in anime history.
Yeah, I think the current belt holder for that is Light Yagami.
Yeah.
But haven't even really started. I watched the first episode of this season, but I could see Light taking the crown.
Yeah,
Eren. Yeah,
this is one of the best heel turns of ever in anime history for sure. And then the best anime film was Mugen Train. Not surprised there. There's some anime wars, but real quick, man, before we get out of here, we're gonna kind of so we did our definitive SwordCast top 10 list, which we all voted on, and the list came out dope, man. I liked it. Okay, our number 1 was we'll start at the bottom. Number 10 was Rurouni Kenshin. 9 was Yu Yu Hakusho. 8 was One Piece. 7 was My Hero Academia. 6 was Attack on Titan. 5 was Cowboy Bebop. 4 was Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z. 3 was Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. 2 was Naruto, and 1 was Samurai Champloo. We are just going to kind of highlight our own list and talk a little bit about some of the ones that didn't make it that were on our list. You go first.
Yep. I got a couple that my top of my list is very consistent, but there's some that didn't make it. So my number 10 was Food Wars. You already know how I feel about that show.
Yeah.
One of the great protagonists of all time. God damn it, Yukihiro Soma. My Hero Academia, in that new generation, cracked my top 10. Rurouni Kenshin, which I'm currently rewatching, was number 8. Death Note, I'm telling you, maybe the best starter anime ever. Between that and Full Metal Alchemist. Naruto was number 6. Number 5, Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z, not counting Dragon Ball Super because it was not good. Number 3, Cowboy Bebop. Number 2, Akira.
Bruh, man, you know what? I was at a bookstore and
did you see it?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Bible, dog. It's like 7 books that are each like a Bible.
Yeah,
it's
all
ridiculous.
I saw was one, and it was he. But I really was flipping through it. I think I'm about to, I love the film, but I think I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole, man.
Yeah,
that Akira manga rabbit hole.
It's way wilder than, it's like way more cerebral than the fucking show.
It looks like something I would enjoy reading, so I think I'm gonna do it.
And then number 1, of course, was Samurai Champloo.
Boom, love it. That's a fire list. Got the classics in there. So my top 10, man. My number 10 was the Dragon Ball series, man. Just classic. Gotta have it in there. Dragon Ball and Z specifically. My number 9 was Neon Genesis Evangelion, man. Like, this is, in my opinion, one of the greatest anime of all time. Another show that I saw when I was younger, like multiple times, had no idea what was going on. Saw it as an adult and really appreciated it even more. My number 8 was Pokemon, man. You guys know how much I love Pokemon. I'm a sucker for a good Pokemon anime, especially when you give me one like Pokemon XYZ, man. With like I think that's the GOAT Pokemon anime for sure. My number 7 was Rurouni Kenshin. We were just talking about that. Classic, love it. Will never get old. I watch it all the time. My number 6 was Cowboy Bebop. Another show that is loved by both of us and also our Discord, man. My number 5 was Ninja Scroll. I love Ninja Scroll so much. Like the film is a classic. Even like the anime is nowhere near as good as the film.
It's actually
kind of
by comparison, it's disappointing.
It's very disappointing. But I do remember watching it back in the day. But
I remember it had the worst English. You know,
I had one of the worst English dubs ever.
I am one of the few anime fans that doesn't mind dubs, but this one was fucking it was disastrous, bro.
It was really
so bad.
But specifically the film Ninja Scroll just really played a big part in my I guess baptism into the anime world.
For sure. I think I asked you this before. Do you remember if the Ninja Scroll anime was a prequel or was it a sequel?
Oh, the show. I think it was a sequel because I think Jubei has the thing that he got from I think he has the thing that he got from why can't I think of the girl's name right now?
I can't think of it either, but that like charm or whatever.
Yeah, I think he has it around his sword in the anime. I'm not sure though. I don't remember. I'm just spitballing here, but Keguro, is that her name? Keguro.
Keguro, yeah.
Keguro, yeah. But yeah, that's number 5. My number 4 was a classic, man, Yu Yu Hakusho. One of my favorite shows ever. Love it so much. But my new generation show that made it into the top 3 is Demon Slayer, man. I love Demon Slayer, bro. Like it's amazing. Some of the greatest animation I've ever seen. And then my number 2 was Naruto, just like our list. I think my top 3 was the same as the podcast top 10. My 3 was Demon Slayer, my 2 was Naruto, my 1 was Samurai Champloo. I'm a sucker for some old 90s anime, man, but this past season of Demon Slayer is what really kind of pushed it up my list for me.
Boom.
So yeah, man, that was my top 10 favorites. Just real quick, man, like a couple that didn't make my top 10 that I really loved. I went to Akira for sure. Ghost in the Shell, My Hero Academia, Dororo, Hunter x Hunter, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Obviously, so many other good ones out there, but those are just some of my favorites that didn't crack my top 10.
Shout out to the sports animes too, like Slam Dunk and
bro. Slam Dunk's got a movie coming out, and I think it's coming out this year.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
I forgot to tell you that.
What, dog? Hold on, bro.
Look it up. Also, man, I started reading this webtoon. It's called Hell's Paradise, and it's getting an anime soon, and it is fire. So y'all should check that out too.
Hold on, wait a minute, dog. What the fuck about to happen, bro?
Yo, wait, is this a trailer?
I think it's an announcement trailer. Dog, they about to bring this shit back, bro.
Yeah, it's 2022, man.
Holy,
and it's a movie, bro. It's gonna be fire.
They about to go. They might do the arc that I was talking about, where they meet Japanese Steph Curry and he be busting their ass and they can't check that nigga, dog. They were like flabbergasted. They couldn't check him, bro. They had no answers.
I think you're right because I saw a poster for it and I seen a dude that looked like got black people here.
Had a buzz cut.
Yeah,
bro. Hold on. I'm about to look for this shit.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely looked like he might have been the dude you were talking about.
This is like a dream come true.
I meant to tell you about this when I found out about it, but I forgot.
I'm probably not gonna be able to find it. But if you find that shit, send it to me.
I'll send it to you. Saw it on Facebook.
That's crazy though. This guy, this is his name, Eiji Sawakita. This nigga, they had no answers for him, bro. He looks sweet as fuck, dog. He looked like he'll bust y'all ass, dog. They could not check this nigga, bro.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the guy.
frying these
looks
boys.
sweet.
He do look sweet as hell. They got toys.
Figures?
I know they got figures of the original guys, but I didn't know they had his toy because the anime never made it this far. The anime never. Well, we still recording, by the way, but we're done. All right, it's all good. Boom.